Hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of the EcoStruxure Machine Expert HVAC training. I'm your host, Leandro Romada, and in this video what we're going to see is the global OnTimer feature that we have on the embedded display of the M172. So let's go to the software. So in order to explain to you how we can use this global OnTimer, I will probably go further and introduce you the concept of variables, okay, and local variables. But what is important for you to get an idea what this global OnTimer is, and basically is a way to execute a procedure. That a procedure is a script that we can program in order for us to execute it cyclically. So how we can start this? Good. The first thing is to create a procedure, and the procedures I created over here, global procedures. We just need to insert procedure, and here we can set procedure timer. Okay. As soon as you add that, you can see this thunder timer. So here is just like a script or a structured text that we have the possibility to use variables. Okay, there are a few limitations, okay, just to be aware. You know that you can drag and drop variables from the PLC side, but if you want to drag and drop it, it's not possible. They can only allow you to use internal values of the system at the HMI. So if you want to do that, there is another video that I'm going to talk about function that we can use, send underscore get param and send underscore set and get param. So I'm going to explain that later. Okay, I just want for you to understand how we can program this global OnTimer. Okay, so the first we need a procedure, and in that procedure we're going to have our data. So here you can see that this is text, pure text. So here we need to add some logic. So for example, I'm going to create two variables. So I'm going to use this one, for example, counter. So this one's going to be Boolean. And then I'm going to use reset, and then I'm going to use a variable for counting. So unsigned double int counter. So what I'm going to do to show you that this is executed cyclically. So on the procedure, I'm going to use text. I'm going to explain that later how it is. So if this one is true, then what we need to do is to add to this value the same value plus 1, and then end if. Something very important, I don't remember if I need to use colon or not. I'm going to put the colon, and then we see if we get an error. Then I'm going to use the same syntax, but instead of reset is reset. Instead of counter is reset. Then I'm going to move the value 0. Okay, something easy to see and understand. You can use this syntax by default. If you put the value here, it just understand that it's true. Otherwise you can put 1 if it's equal 1. I believe it's a syntax that you can use in order to see. And I remember if we can use the same for true. That's something I need to check that later, but let's compile and see what happened. So 0 errors. So let's see if I understand true. And there is no error. So true or 1 is gonna be fine. Okay, different softwares, different things. So okay, so this one it works fine. So you need to use the column, and each line needs to be finished on this one, except this, which is the function if. So now that I have created my procedure time, I need to call it. And in order to call it, we just need to go to properties. Here in properties, in the tab called Global OnTimer, we have the possibility to call the procedure timer. Okay. And that's it. So now to show you that this works, I'm going to use those variables over here. So I'm going to use the counter. Okay, it's going to be the counter. This one is to enable, and this one is to reset. So in order to understand this, we can add some text. This one is enable. Here is to reset, and this one is going to be the counter. So now that everything is fine, I'm going to launch the simulation with the same application I have done before. Then I'm going to download it and see what happens. Okay. So okay, so global OnTimer, something wrong here. Well, expression mission then. So here, need to check the syntax also. Let's download this and see. Maybe it's only just one equal. Yeah, invalid expression. Equal true. Okay, there we go. So there are other software that just need to use double equal. That's why I get confused. So it's important to know the syntax. So now you can see this one is disabled. So I'm going to enable it, and it's counting. Okay, so it's a cyclic one. So now I'm going to turn it off. Okay, and it's not counting anymore. I'm going to reset it. Fine, and you can see that it was working. Now I'm going to enable it. Okay, it's counting without me doing something. And there we go. Okay, so one thing that you can do in order to change the page is to activate on the global OnTimer a counter. I know that counts to 60 to have the loading bar, and then when you finish to the value that you want, jump to another screen. That's one thing. But in order to jump to another screen, there is an event or function that you need to know. Send event, and you need to activate a virtual key, but I'm going to explain that later. So this is how you can use the global OnTimer feature. Okay, so it's very easy. Just need to, for you to understand the concept that we need to call the global procedure, create a procedure, and in that procedure we execute something that we want to always read from one specific place to update on the screen. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video, and I see you on the next one.